Today is 23rd of October 2025, Thursday. I want to remind this. I preached this. I want to remind it is something very important. Okay. Some scriptures for you to check also. So definitely it is also confirmed in the Bible. Definitely. But first of all, why I will tell you, because I know from my own experiences, from life. So I can tell you for sure, okay? I can tell you for sure it really works, and this is something what we need to fight for, no matter how we are persecuted, okay? We need to fight for. No, we need to fight for this, no matter how we are persecuted. Those are two very important conditions. And I know in the past, when I was like 18, 17, 18, 19, 20, okay? 17, 18, 19, in that age, uh, I I lived by this, okay? I lived by this, I put this into practice, and I know for sure it worked. This was the chapter in my life. I will just say very shortly, it was the chapter in my life, exactly the chapter in my life, and I put those two conditions to the practice, okay? This was just in short way I will tell you, because how do I know it works for sure, okay? I had chapter in my life when I went to secondary school. And I didn't expect, when life gives us cross, pain, persecution, you don't expect, okay? Because in primary school, I felt very happy, I felt very confident, I felt like, very in charge. God blessed me with that, okay? I never had any problems, like, I was a very confident person, okay? So I even wouldn't imagine you can go through such a problems. In secondary school, I went through, I could say, this all led me, like, I felt like really, very depressed. I didn't want to leave. I felt so bad, okay? I didn't have friends. I couldn't, so many problems. Devil attacked me with so many problems. I struggled with my confidence, with all this, so many attacks. So I felt like I was very depressed, okay? I felt like I didn't want to leave. I was like afraid to I don't want to talk about something negative, but I want you to know that this was very, very hard chapter for me. I thought I will not manage. I was so down. It was so hard. I hated my life. I just, wanted to die. Really, I wanted to die. I hated to go to that secondary school. I felt so unhappy. It was so hard for me. Devil attacked me from every side, okay? Uh, and I got to the point, like, I really didn't want to live anymore. And then I found those, I believe God sent some people on my way. And I also found, week after week, month after month, finally, I found answers through some people. I found some people started to appear in my life, and I found two answers, okay? Especially those were nuns. I started to go in Roman Catholic Church. I think I can even say, kind of like saved my life, to be honest. He used nuns from Roman Catholic Church, and they offered, like, you went for 3 days, something like, you could talk there, play. It was different. It wasn't like just praying, but it was like talking in the group. Okay, where I struggled, they were very attacked me. Okay, I didn't want to open. But what I want to see that we had close contact. We were singing, so, and this what those nuns also they had. I said once, I think even in the Bible is, in Roman Catholic Church, I believe even devil wants to destroy, he does all he can, he tries to destroy Roman Catholic Church. Also many nuns, many priests in Roman Catholic Church, also those nuns, they had that, okay? This is something you have like joy, happiness, like smile on the face, okay? Instead of getting, you know, getting deeper and deeper in your problems, in sadness. We know from the Bible. The Bible warns: do not get too deep in the sadness. Do not dwell on problems. Okay, then you can end with depression. Okay. Uh, so those nuns, they had that happiness that on the faces they had that happiness, that constant happiness, like you smile constantly, so I've learned from them. Okay, they all had that, and this gives you strength. This is confirmed in the Bible. This gives you strength. This goes with joy. Cain, Abel, God said, if you would do good, your face would be happy, would be joy on your face, would radiant, would be happy, would be joy on your face. So it's very dangerous when you go through many things. I can understand, okay, everyone can say, but sometimes life is really brutal, is hard, and sometimes it's really, you can in one moment have so many problems, but what we need to do, we need to fight for joy. And I exactly remind that constant, kind of like you smile, yeah, you fight to smile, that joy on the face. Okay, in Roman Catholic Church, many nuns, they have that, many priests, they have that, I think, as gift from God. They just have that. Observe, they have that. So we need to practice. What does it take? It takes self-discipline, because this goes with soul. This goes with connection with our spiritual heart, okay, with love to ourselves, because this goes with love to ourselves. That this is, I think, the only connection with our spiritual hearts, with love to ourselves, that constant smile. This takes self-discipline, so it goes with brain. When something with our soul, with our spiritual heart, our true hearts, it goes with brain. Okay, so it takes self-discipline. So and the thing is, when we start to practice something, we need to start to practice something when it's hard. At the beginning it's hard, you will not feel like you want to smile, because like even now I struggle. Okay, so they also, preach, and I know from my life experiences, very often in life is like you go through the worst, you have to go through the worst, you have to reach that point when you are very down, when it's hard, and after that chapter, you can go really, really higher. Okay, but before you get really, really higher, you have two choices. When you are very down, you have two choices. When you are very persecuted, when you have so many problems, I'm at the moment also very persecuted, I have so many problems, and I believe many of you. Okay, so before that, you have to do the fight to get to the higher, from the point when you are very persecuted, like we are now. Okay, and I know from the past, you have to do the fight. So one of the fights is fight for that smile, fight for that joy on the face. Okay, as much as you can, as you are able. So this is constant smile, joy on the face. This goes with happiness. We feel happy even we are persecuted, but we feel very beautiful from our souls. Okay, because we are pure in heart, we feel happy with ourselves. Okay, we feel very happy. So even we are very persecuted and we suffer, but we always feel happy, because we are beautiful, we feel beautiful, if we would feel our true feelings. Okay, so this is not against ourselves. Okay, it can be, so it takes self-discipline, and they say it is hard. It is hard before it is hard before it will get better, okay? So at the beginning, first weeks, first months, maybe you will have to push yourself. Maybe there will be nothing to enjoy, but still do it. I remember that because I went from that point, like I felt very depressed. At the beginning, it was, I had to push myself. There was no enjoyment at the very beginning. First weeks, maybe first weeks, because very fast it will get better. Maybe after a month you will see already, results, but first days, first weeks, you will feel like you need to push yourself to do this, okay? So two conditions. First condition, we fight for that smile, for that constant smile, happiness. Many people do that, okay? So observe on the faces of people. This is very spiritual. This takes self-discipline. This goes with our spiritual heart. So this is not only but this is something we must do. This is one of the conditions. And also it works like kind of magic. Really, it works like kind of magics, because if you will do it, at least fight to do it like daily, okay? It works like kind of magic, really. I know from my past, and I know it will take away the problems. Your life will get better and better. The problems will disappear, will keep disappearing. The problems, life, God the Father will be able to take away problems, okay? Your life will get better and better, okay? Really. And I know from my life experiences. I was in the point, like, I didn't have friends, everything was against me, everything was, so hard. Then when I did, for example, this I did, and another condition soon I will mention, people were coming to me, people opened for me, they were so friendly, they were so kind, things started to work just for themselves. Everything started to work, people started to be friendly, they opened, they saw the true me, they started to love me, they started to care for me. But before, everything was against me, like everyone was against me, okay, so sadness brings everything what is from darkness, like evil. But that happiness, if you fight for that happiness, it will bring light, it will bring people who love you, people will love you, people will change. The same people, they will change attitude to you. They will so they became friendly, they saw the true me, they started to respect me, they started to be friendly, okay? Like very, 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 okay. Okay, and second condition. So this is first condition. This is first condition, and this condition is something what we must do. This takes self-discipline, and this goes with. So this God haven't given us the spirit of fear, because fear is like hopeless, like you give up, you are hopeless. Fear, okay, this is so hard, I will not do, okay? But God gave us the spirit of sound mind and self-discipline. So sound mind, strong decision. When we make strong decision, when we feel sure about the truth, and I know this is the truth, okay? So when you are sure that something is the truth, you will make sound mind, strong decision. When you have strong decision, you feel sure about the truth, you will achieve what you fight for, okay? Sound mind and self-discipline. This also takes treasure self-discipline, because you will feel like you don't want, you will be tempted, you will be attacked by laziness, okay? So doing the job it takes self-discipline, okay? Self-discipline is very from our soul, okay? So you will feel lazy, or you will feel like it doesn't have sense because I don't get results. I do it day after day, week after week. Nothing changes, okay? So patience, okay? Perseverance, patience, okay? Don't give up. Do it constantly. Do it consistency, okay? Systematically do it. So this, okay? And it goes with Cain, Abel. God said, if you do good, your face should be, there should be joy on your face, okay? And the sin sits at the gate, and you need to be in control. So this is also, this goes also with that, okay? You need to be, this takes self-control, self-discipline to fight daily for this happiness. Because if we will just ignore, okay, problems, and we need to fight with the problems, we need to fight for happiness. Fight with for the happiness, okay? We need to fight with the problems. Because when we fight with the problems, situation will get better and better. One of the conditions this for happiness. When we just ignore, one thing are problems, but without fighting you will get worse and worse and worse and worse, and devil can kill you, okay? So sin sits and wait. So there are problems, there are troubles, and we need to fight with that. Don't get in sadness. The Bible says don't dwell in sadness. Don't go, they say, in the victim mode, okay? Sadness, like I'm hopeless. No. He gave us not fear but sound mind and self-discipline. So we do the action. Faith is action, okay? Faith without deeds is death, okay? Faith without deeds is death. So we fight for life, so we need to do the self-discipline and all those things. Okay, another one, another condition, second condition. And second condition which you must also do is do daily a lot of studying, okay? This, you know, also goes with brain, goes with wisdom, and also goes with self-discipline, okay? So we fight with laziness, we fight for self-discipline. We are wise, okay? The gift of wisdom, we are wise. So we need to get knowledge, we need to get wisdom. And this is exactly what the Bible says. I don't have the book of wisdom in my English Bible, so I will not read. But you check for yourself from the book of wisdom, chapter 6, okay? I've preached this before. Chapter 6, verses 15b, I think is 17. It says, what does it say? It says that wisdom will take getting knowledge will take away your problems very soon, very quick. Getting knowledge, getting wisdom, very soon you will get rid of your problems. This is exactly what it says, okay? So check the chapter 6 verses, especially 15b, I think is, and 17, okay? Double check. But this exactly, notice, there is exactly, it says exactly, getting wisdom. When you will fight to get wisdom, get knowledge, very soon you will get rid of your problems, okay? So another condition which I did in that time also, which I did, I was already very self-disciplined with studying, because in primary school I also loved to study. For years I loved to study. I loved to achieve very good notes, the best notes, okay? So I was not only very wise, I had the gifts, but I was self-disciplined. Okay, so God trained me, and I loved to study. I loved to have to work fair for the best notes, okay? So I didn't have problem with studying for years, with self-discipline with studying, but very self-discipline with studying, because since I was a little child, I had that, God trained me. I loved to study all days, during the days, and very late in the night, to even early morning, okay? So I didn't have problem with that, okay? I already was self-disciplined from primary school. Okay, so this condition also you must do like daily studying, this condition you must do. So I gave you example where it says in the Bible, but it says in many places, definitely it says in many places. So you need to fight for those two conditions, treasures. The thing is, it really will take away the problems, okay? But you need to really fight for this. You need to fight, to do your best to fight for this, okay? So studying, also with studying is very important. What we need to remember, you know what is good when we fight to study is good because maybe we have so many things to do, okay, during the day, so many things to do, or you go to work, okay. So whenever you are able, what we like to do, because what I'm talking about, when you very get in studying, okay, it's different when those who are just from flesh, but for us, we who belong to God, we will get like kind of like spiritual wings, okay. I'm not only saying about getting knowledge, like maybe are able to study those who are just from flesh, but I'm talking about those who belong to God. You will get to the point when you will get those spiritual wings. And the same with that fight for the smile, for that constant smile on the face, happiness, okay? You will get to the point, you need to get to the point when, for holy ones, you will get to the point when you will feel like you will exactly get spiritual wings. You will feel happy like never before, okay? You will feel very fulfilled, very happy. You will feel the closest in the body to your own soul, to our own souls, okay? Studying and that smile, okay? And you will exactly feel like you get spiritual wings to fly. Exactly. But what we need to do, and I will fight, we together take that fight, okay? Uh, During the day, I recommend channel Motivation to Study. It's great channel, it's great wisdom. I recommend channel Motivation to Study. Also, he also mentions that, but I also know from my own experiences, very important is during the day, do not be caught all the time, like, I have to do dishes, I have to do laundry, and I have to do so many physical things which we hate. We were not created to do just, all the time cooking, task after task, okay? So this we need to be careful of, all of us. Do some physical tasks. They also preach that, and I know from experiences this is very important. This is where devil sets the trap, okay, because he knows what we need to do. So this, remember, when you do some physical tasks, I go to do to cook now, to cook dinner, okay, and after that, make sure that you will not have too long periods between, that you will not get caught like in those duties, like physical tasks, and then physical tasks, but do some physical tasks, okay, then studying, okay, then maybe some rest. It depends from your routine, but don't do like physical tasks, okay, then studying, then some other task. No, do some physical tasks, then some studying, okay, when you able, as soon as you are able, as soon as you will find the moment, the time, even for 5 minutes, even the moment. But fight to be in the constant fight for getting wisdom, getting knowledge, for constant connection with your brain, with your mind. This is fighting for connection with our soul, because we have the gift of wisdom, okay. This is the condition. That's in that way you will get those wings to fly. You will feel those wings. So as often as possible, okay, physical duties, or walk or something, or cooking, then studying, okay. Also in motivation to study, this is important, as often as possible, okay. Don't be careful what trap he sets. I know from my own experiences what trap he sets. He fights to find us. He would like us to do like physical things which we don't like really, okay, and other physical things, then maybe studying, okay. No, physical things, then studying, okay, studying, then some things, other things, then studying, other things, studying, other things, studying, don't make too long break, okay, between, you know what I mean, okay. So don't make too long break between, that so many other things, then studying, okay, as often, okay, don't make too long break between studying, as often as possible, to very late in the night, okay. So I think this is, and I'm reminding about this trap, because I just check my notes. So those two conditions, daily studying, lots of studying, you will feel how much gives you spiritual wings to fly. Studying, doing something else, doing something else. This is what I just told you. Keep busy with studying, okay? Keep yourself busy with studying. I think this for today. So I think those two. Remember about those two, okay? When you study the Bible, when you meditate, you may also notice in the Bible, definitely God mentions about those two conditions, okay? So those two conditions, we need to fight for those two conditions. And they have really such a power. If you will do, it takes self-discipline. So we fight with laziness. With sin of laziness we fight, okay? We need to self-discipline with ourselves, but like really get involved, fight. Even if you may not feel results, fight. Keep fighting, okay? And it really, those conditions are important, because I know your life will get better. Your problems will go away. Also, why your problems will go away, why it has such a power. When you keep yourself brain busy by studying, instead of worry, God says, do not worry, okay? You will not have time, you will be busy. Even the fact that you will be busy and you will be focused on something positive in action, like studying, getting knowledge, and focus on that smile is important, because this also bring us closer to ourselves, to love to ourselves, okay? Because they attack us, they persecute us from every side, and we may fight to connect, to be closer to ourselves, instead of, to be close to those who persecute us. And of course, I didn't, but observe, don't react, all those spiritual fights. Observe, don't react, okay? All those spiritual fights. But those two very important conditions I wanted to remind today, okay? Because there are also so many different, but those two conditions, if we need to do those conditions, it works like magic. It works like magic. If you will do it, if you will like really fight for doing those daily, then really your problems will go away. Your life will get better. Your problems will go away, okay? This for sure, I know your problems will go away. Very quick, your problems will go away and your life will get better. This is like kind of good magic. Those conditions are needed. And I know from my life, from the past. So I was in that position and I put to practice those two conditions. Then I very studied. I've decided to study hard, okay. I've decided I want to, okay, I found some passion, okay. So I found some passion. I sacrificed to study, to keep myself busy with studying something what I love, what I like, okay. And then really I felt so happy. I got those wings to fly, and I felt very, very happy, okay. And problems got away. I felt very happy. So we need to take the fight. If we want to be happy, we need to fight with those problems. We need to take things in our hands. Okay, I think this for today, okay? I think this for today. This I wanted to remind. So let's fight together to do this, okay? Let's fight together to do this. So this for today, okay? This for today, okay? Have a nice day. You should hear from me tomorrow. Tomorrow we have call to repentance, and tomorrow we have updates, announcements, updates, call to repentance, okay? Friday. So have a nice day, and let's fight together for those conditions, okay? This for today.